Today's video is sponsored by Karma. Hey, what's up creatures? It's Em and welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. My name's Em. I'm a former zookeeper and I'm a digital animal educator. In the spirit of spooky season, today I'm going to be sharing with you some real-life tales of animal hauntings. Hauntings such as the two ghostly greyhounds and the mysterious little girl who haunt a bed and breakfast, as well as the demon cat of Capitol building, and also the story of Preston, the ghost dog protector of Nashville trick-or-treaters. But before we jump into today's spooky animal stories, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Karma. With December right on our doorsteps, I'm sure a ton of you will be doing your shopping to get ahead of the holiday rush. If you're planning to do any kind of online shopping, I highly recommend Karma. Karma will be your new browser extension best friend. You can save all different kinds of items and even make your own wish lists. And as these items go on sale, Karma will actually update you. You can download Karma as an app on your phone or as a Chrome extension, which is my preferred method. I do a ton of pet shopping online and I love to make sure that I'm finding the best deal because with this many animals, shopping for my pets can get a little bit expensive. Creating lists on Karma couldn't be more simple. All you do is you download the Chrome extension, and then whenever you visit your favorite websites to check out your favorite products, all you have to do is wait for the little Karma symbol to appear, and then you can add that item to a list, and that way you can make sure that as soon as that item goes on sale, you'll be among the first to know. You could make lists for fashion, beauty, technology, or, like me, pet products. And you'll know that as soon as these items go on sale or that there is a discount code that you can use with these items, Karma has you covered. And Karma has also really helped me with my impulse purchase issues. Now, instead of just going ahead and making an impulse purchase online, I can save these items to a list and just make sure I give it a week or two and think about, do I really want or really need this item? And if I decide, yes, I do want or need it, then I can go back and in that time, it normally has gone on sale and I can save a couple of dollars here or there. So it's very well worth it. And not only can Karma help you to save in the long run, it can also help you save in the short run by automatically applying discount codes and coupons at checkout. Now, this feature is an in-browser only tool, so if you're interested in having automatic coupon codes at checkout on your favorite sites, make sure you download the Karma Google Chrome extension. And when you shop with select retail partners, Karma will offer you cashback as well as donating to a good cause. So what are you waiting for? If you're looking to save big this holiday season, be sure to go down into my description box where you will find a link where you can download the Karma Google Chrome extension. Thank you so much to Karma for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's hear some spooky, true animal haunting tales. Do you have your own ghostly animal tale to share? Make sure you leave a comment down below. Our first tale of ghostly animal hauntings comes in from Christopher Knight, who you might be familiar with if you are a fan of The Brady Bunch. Christopher Knight is famous for his role as Peter Brady in The Brady Bunch, but what most people don't know is although he's brought many amazing tales to life, he has his own ghostly tale of two hunting dogs. Years ago, during a Brady Bunch filming break, Christopher Knight went on a trip to visit the grandparents of one of his co-stars. These grandparents lived in an historic building, an old B&B. Being in such an historic building, full full of character and old features. Everybody was so alive with the thoughts that there might be hauntings and ghosts. The owners of the bed and breakfast welcomed everybody with warmth, and everybody sat around in the evening as night fell, eating marshmallows and telling each other ghostly stories around the fireplace. When everyone was full of marshmallows and s'mores and the fire had begun to dwindle, everybody separated and went upstairs to their own individual chambers. Christopher fell asleep very quickly and didn't think anything more of the ghost stories because he was a non-believer. However, during the night, as he was facing the wall, he felt a presence within the room. Putting this down to an overactive imagination and a long day of traveling, not to mention scaring each other with ghostly stories, he told himself to go back to sleep because he must be imagining things. So, still facing the wall, Christopher told himself to go back to sleep. No sooner had he begun to nod off into his sleep, he felt a quick, rhythmic breeze across his neck. Thinking that he had left the window open, Christopher slowly turned around to face the inside of the rest of the room, and that's where he saw, standing over his body, 2 hunting dogs. Christopher was slightly alarmed, but he didn't think anything of this because the property was vast and expansive, and he also realized that he didn't lock his door. Looking towards the door to go and see if there were more dogs, he saw the outline and silhouette of a young girl. This young girl, who could only have been about 12 at the most, called to the hunting dogs, and straight away they turned around and followed her out the room. But the strange thing was that they didn't make a sound. Christopher didn't even get up to close the door. He was so tired that he simply fell back asleep. In the morning, as all of the cast members awoke and descended the stairs to go and have breakfast with the owners of the old B&B, Christopher remembered that he had had visitors during the night. As the cast members chatted amongst themselves and ate their delicious home-cooked breakfasts, Christopher, remembering the events of the night before, leant across the table and asked his hosts about where that little girl came from. He had thought in his hazy, sleepy mind that she might be a guest or perhaps a young relation to the B&B owners. He told them about the dogs that had been accompanying this little girl. The B&B owners simply smiled and quietly looked at each other and gestured for him to raise up from the table and follow them. Christopher did raise up and follow them, and followed them through into the same living room with the fireplace that he had been telling ghostly stories with his cast members the night before. There, they let him know that there was no little girl who was staying at the B&B currently, but that they were very interested to know about the 2 dogs. Christopher recounted that he had seen 2 hunting-type dogs. The bed and breakfast owners did not seem at all startled by this story. Instead, they gestured above the fireplace to an ancient oil and canvas painting. And there, Christopher saw, to his amazement, the 2 exact hunting dogs that had been breathing over him during the night. As it turned out, that painting had always hung above that fireplace and depicted the original owners of the B&B's 2 hunting dogs. This next tale is a well-documented urban legend which stretches back to the 1800s. This is the tale of the Hanging Hills Black Dog. Looming over the historic city of Meriden are the Hanging Hills, a range of rocky peaks formed by lava flow. And hidden within these lava peaks is the now deserted and dilapidated Castle Craig. Hauntingly beautiful, Castle Craig attracts many avid hikers every year. However, hikers must beware. Some hikers get more than they bargained for when they go to take a peek at Castle Craig. Sometimes they glimpse the black dog. For hundreds of years, there have been countless encounters with a small, black, spaniel-like dog. This dog is reported to appear almost out of nowhere with great sad eyes. Despite these sad eyes, the dog is said to always appear very happy to have visitors. And despite the way that it creeps towards strangers and sometimes even howls, no sound can be heard from the ghostly black dog. The legend of this phantom sad-eyed spaniel is so old that nobody can say for certain where he originated from, but one thing that locals know for sure is the following: that if a man should encounter the dog once, it shall be for joy. If a man should encounter the dog twice over, it will be for sorrow. And if a man should encounter the dog thrice over, he will die. More than 6 deaths have been blamed on this ghostly dog, including one death of a geologist by the name of Herbert in 1891. Herbert had seen this spaniel for the 3rd time this same day, and even joked about it because he was aware of the legend of the ghost dog. Later that same day, Herbert misplaced his foot on some ice and slipped over a cliff to his early grave. Many people have blamed this ghostly canine over the years for the passings of hikers who've encountered the dog 3 times over. So, whether you're a believer or not, if you ever happen to find yourself walking the lonely hanging hills, be sure to watch your step and don't get distracted by the sad-eyed spaniel. And now, if you're feeling brave enough, it's time to explore the story of the demon cat of Capitol Building. Back in the mid-1800s, cats were brought into the US Capitol Building in order to help manage the rodent population. Legend has it that the demon cat of Capitol Building is one of these cats, who, even after her death, never left. The home of the demon cat is said to be the basement crypt of Capitol Building, a chamber originally designed to be the final resting place of George Washington. According to legend, the demon cat is most frequently seen as an omen before presidential elections and also right before national disasters. It was also reportedly seen by multiple witnesses the night before the great stock market crash of 1929. The demon cat of Capitol Building earned this reputation as an omen, as it was spotted by presidential security guards the night before the deaths of John F. Kennedy as well as Abraham Lincoln. Those who have seen the demon cat report that she is a fully black cat, like many cats, with one distinctive difference: she has glowing red eyes. For the most part, encounters with this demon cat are very brief and also uneventful. She seems to enjoy patrolling her grounds, such as the US Capitol Building and the White House. However, if she is startled, chased, or confronted, she has been reported to swell to 10 by 10 feet, truly gargantuan proportions for a house cat with glowing red eyes. She is said to let out a horrific shriek before pouncing at her victims and disappearing or exploding right before she's ready to sink her claws and teeth into those who displeased her. So, if you do happen to go on an expedition to Capitol Building or the White House and you happen to see a black cat with red eyes, it's best to let her go on her merry way. Our final story takes us back around 50 years to Halloween night in Nashville. Years ago, a young group of trick-or-treaters were out collecting candy from all the different neighborhoods. Accompanying these excited trick-or-treaters was one of the family pets, a boxer named Preston. The parents of this group of children, all of them friends and neighbors, encouraged the children to stick together. In the group, there was a young boy who was trick-or-treating with his eldest sister. When the trick-or-treaters had collected candy from as many houses on their street as possible, they wandered over to a nearby neighborhood, but in order to do this, they had to cross a road. Despite the road being very quiet and empty of vehicles, the children did the responsible thing and pressed the light, which would let them know when it was safe to cross the road. And when the light flashed up indicating that it was safe to cross, the children quickly made their way across the road. However, the youngest little boy in the group lost his grip on his candy bag and spilt his candy all over the road. The boy's older sister looked around the group for her little brother, and to her horror, she saw, crouched over in the road, her little brother picking up candy, completely unaware that a car was speeding right towards him. The little girl screamed her brother's name, making all of the other children in the group turn around in fright, ready to see the car speeding and hurtling towards their friend. But just as the car was about to hit the little boy, Preston threw himself with all of his strength at the back of the little boy, pushing him into the sidewalk and to safety. The car slammed its brakes on, but not before hitting poor Preston, who went flying over the heads of the children. The driver was unhurt but very shaken and emerged from their car to rush over and check for the safety of the little children. Thankfully, all of the children were okay, but when they went to go and check on Preston, they couldn't find him anywhere. Knowing that the injured dog couldn't have made it too far, a search party went out to look for the heroic dog, but Preston was never found. But it is said that to this day, on All Hallows Eve, Nashville streets are protected by Preston, the heroic boxer. Some witnesses report hearing phantom barking around the same place that Preston was thought to have lost his life. And some claim that when they have walked too slowly or have stopped in the middle of a road, something mysterious has nudged them along back to the safety of the sidewalk. And to this very day in this Nashville neighborhood, people will leave dog biscuits out on Halloween night in order to say thank you to Preston and to encourage him to stick around to protect all of the young local trick-or-treaters. Trick or treat! And that is it for today. I hope you all enjoyed this video so much. Let me know which tale was the spookiest by leaving a comment down below. And also don't forget to download your Karma Google Chrome extension by using the link down in my description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in another video soon. Bye!